Hey everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our continued playthrough of Darkest Night. This is our 2021 first playthrough of the year, the second edition. If this is a game that you're interested in getting, it is not very accessible. You'll probably have to look far and wide to get a copy of it, and I doubt it would be very cheap, as Victory Point Games in its old format, old rendition, is no longer in existence, and this was a Victory Point game. It's a great game, and I hope you're enjoying the playthrough. We had a good turn last turn. We were able to get quite a bit done. We cleared out the village of the horrible blights that were there. We were all able to move into the ruins and the necromancer went the other direction, so we're in a good place. The only thing I'm concerned about is this dark orb. It might expire and create another blight there, which up in the castle, which would be the fourth blight. I'm debating if there is somebody I can get there relatively quickly in a turn or two, but we'll have to see how this turn goes. Anyway, let's get started. We are at 10 on the darkness track. The necromancer got a really bad darkness power, which is when we get an artifact, we have to give it up and try and get another one. So we need to cruise towards those 10 clues quickly because we're going to have to do it again. That could be the game breaker for us. We'll have to see. Anyway, let's get running. We are down in the ruins with all of our characters. This is going to be a very interesting turn. We're going to try and knock out some blights, also get to that battle site. Now, there's two blights here that are really bothersome. This Omen one forces us to draw two events, and we're going to take the higher fate value of those events. Means we're going to take the worst events. We want to get rid of that one pretty quickly. Now, the only one that can actually hurt us back in a normal fashion are the specters. So I'm thinking I'm going to have the Exorcist take those on. In fact, I think we're going to have the Exorcist go first and try and see if we can knock out those specters. So let's draw our Exorcist's two event cards. And we got a 7. Look at that one. Well, this isn't... I actually prefer the 7 over the 6 right now. But if you look at that, that's pretty bad. It just says midnight. The dead do not rest, and it increases the darkness track, which you can see down here, by 1 on us. That's not great, but that's the end of it. So now the Exorcist is going to get to go. First, we're going to try and see if we can activate his courage boon. We just need to roll a 5 or better. We did, so that is active. That means at the start of our turn, we can make a single roll of 2 dice. Okay, once we've done that, we can deactivate it to get a +1 on all of our dice rolls. I think we might actually use that this turn, because I might take out the Omen, leave the specters, and defend against them, and have somebody else, the knight, maybe take out the specters. We'll see, but we know that we can banish this with the Exorcist. Which one do I think that the Omen one is actually worse than the other two right now, so I think we're going to try and get that one. We are going to activate the courage boon, so we get an extra die. We don't have any other things we can do, so we have to try and get it in the 3 dice we have. But if we roll 1s, we get to roll again. Before I make that call on whether it's the specters or omens, I need to think about that for a second. Yeah, so I do think that Omen is worth taking out. It's going to be 6. That's going to put our Exorcist's secrecy down to 1, though. So let's see if we can get that going on here. A 4, 5, and a 1. So the 1 gets to be re-rolled, and a 6 on that re-roll. That is fantastic. So we did obliterate the Omen. We will no longer have to worry about that. That's a pretty ugly one, because sometimes the events can get like that one just increased our darkness track. Nothing we could do about it. So that is going to be the end of the Omen. I'm just finding out where it is. Okay, there we go. And he succeeded at that. Perfect job by the Exorcist. Okay, next up, he's going to have to defend himself. He doesn't really have any... Now, he does get 2 dice regardless, but we're going to have to defend ourselves against the specters, so I think he'll just fight him off. It requires a 4. He's going to get 2 dice. He needs to roll a 4 or better. He did. He succeeded, so he defended himself against the specters. We're moving on to the next player's turn. All right, I think the next player to go will be our knight. And the knight is going to... The knight's getting a little tight on Grace, and her oath of purging is not active right now. If I use that if I activate it, that means that's her whole turn. But we would get +2 fight when blight. It's +2 against a blight next turn. I don't know if that's our best answer yet. So let's do this. I think we're going to just fight with 2 dice against the specters, but let's see, because the specters aren't that hard to defeat. Let's see what the omen is. A renewal. Reshuffle the event deck, including this card, and draw another card. So that means I have to take all of the current. We've done this twice now, so we're not really getting through the event deck. I'm just going to shuffle them up. There's a lot of cards in there, so we'll shuffle them and see what we get. I was hoping maybe we just got a neutral or good one that isn't going to hurt us too much. But we'll just keep shuffling. And gosh, okay, I think that's enough. Let's see what we get. Sloppy Search. Roll 1 die. Gain 6. Gain a secrecy. No effect. Spend 1 grace or lose 1 secrecy. Okay, so we're searching for something. They are searching for us, and it's sloppy. So if we roll really well, which we did, we rolled a 6, we gain a secrecy. That's great for the knight. That puts the secrecy, her secrecy up to 4. Just going to knock everything across the table, and that is going to be the event there. Okay, good. That wasn't bad at all. Now let's take out those skeletons, or specters rather. We need a 4 better. We don't have any special abilities. We're just going to use our charge tactic and just take them down. That means we'll go down to 3 on secrecy, and we rolled a 2 and a 6, so we needed a 4 to kill them, and we did. So the specters are gone. We're having a pretty good run right now. We still have this cage here, which is not great. It's a little hard to defeat, but it doesn't really do that much to us. That marks the end of the knight's phase. So the 2 really harmful blights there are gone. That's pretty good. I think next up we will go with the... Let's go with the Paragon. You know what the Paragon can do. Let's first draw the Paragon's event card. Event card, got the Midnight card again. So that just put us up to 12 on our track. That is awful. Okay, what we can do with the Paragon, we can take the action of moving to any location. Maybe get up there and take out that dark orb. I don't know. I'm also thinking of reactivating the Fortitude and doing it against the Flux Cage so everybody can leave there without penalty and gain secrecy. I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to activate this, because then I'll do something next turn too. We'll see if it helps. We'll see. I'm going to activate this, and it says all heroes at this location ignore this type of blight. It's going to be the Flux Cage. That means they can all leave there without any penalty. But that's unfortunately his whole turn. So he projected his aura of Fortitude, protecting everybody against this horrible Flux Cage that's altering time and slowing people down. And that's the end of his turn, though. So next up we have the Enchanter. The Enchanter's going to be the first one to go for this battle site, I think. Well, yeah, I think that's the right thing to do. Exhaust a power or draw 2 more events. I think we'll exhaust a power for her, because we have something we can do to avoid that. Yeah, we're going to just exhaust Emblazon, which is activate on a hero of your choice, deactivate after any die roll to reroll the dice. We'll just deactivate that, and I'll tell you why. We still have our essence of... oh no, we don't have our landlord anymore. We're going to have to rest with the with her at some point. Okay, anyway, but she does have her search bonus, doesn't she? Plus -1 search difficulty at all locations when a hero loses secrecy. No, we're not going to activate that. So for her turn, though, I think what she's going to do is roll a search die and go against this and check out this battle site. She's going to search the field. Okay, let's see what we get here. A 4. That's only it's a successful search, so she gets to draw a card, but it's only 1 more clue. So that puts us at a 4, and we get a successful search in the ruins. We're going to get, I think, what is the book again? I have to remember what everything is sometimes. Mystery. We're going to draw a mystery card there. So we'll draw a mystery card. That's good. That gives us an option to get more clues. Let's see what we can get here. Draw a mystery card. It says, whosoever worthy. Prophets of old have sealed away the wisdom for a time such as this. Prove your worthiness, and you may inherit their secrets. Okay, so this is going to go to... First off, we get another clue, so we're up to 5 now because of that. And then it's going to go to a random location. As an action, we can gain clues equal to our current grace. That's pretty cool. Let's see where this ends up. it ends up at the 2. So from here, a 2 is going to put this up in the mountains, so it couldn't go much farther away, and the Necromancer is currently there, but I'm not that worried about it. I think the Necromancer will be leaving soon. Okay, well, he will be, because he's coming right toward probably the Exorcist, unless he rolls a 1 again. In which case, where will he go? I don't know. He'll go to the castle, which we really don't want. All right, that is the end of the Enchanter's turn. So we did get 2 clues in that turn. That wasn't terrible, but that's it. So first thing we're going to do is move up the darkness track again. We're to 13. That is terrible. We're going to then put another token on this quest up here. We only got 3 turns to get to it. I think we'll be okay there. I have a plan with that. Okay. Next up, we are going to then move the Necromancer. Let's see what he rolls. He rolls a 1. Oh, I didn't really want him to go there, but he did. So now we have to get him out of there, because he's going to drop. There's going to be we may end up with a blight in the monastery as a result of this after this turn. We'll see. So up in the castle, it is going to be crows. Crows aren't that bad. They're one of the weaker ones. I don't know if you've seen the picture yet, but those are the crows. They take a 5 to destroy. Basically, if you don't elude them, you lose 2 secrecy. So they're not great, but they're not the worst thing in the world. But there are now 4 blights up in the castle. So every time we clear one out, we have something else that just comes in and crushes us, right? Oh, right. So that, though, is the end of the Necromancer's turn. So we're going to take another turn with our heroes for this episode, and we'll see what we can get to. Now, let's start off with, so the Knight is going to go first, and because we're going to get that Oath of Purging activated, let's do that. So we're going to take the Oath of Purging, okay, and we're going to go, I'm sorry, I got to draw our event first. So it's an altar, roll 1 die, 4 to 6, it's a pure altar. Let's see if we can get lucky here. Nope, that sucks. I think we're going to have to take the grace hit. So our Knight is down to 1 grace from that altar. All right, well, that's them's the breaks, so we'll have to deal with that. But it's now the Knight's turn. The Knight, I think, is going to activate her Oath of Purging. So we're just going to put an activation on that. Now she can go after blights in rare fashion without having used tactics, because to kill the confusion up there, we need to be able to attack it with something up in the swamps, and that's where we'll probably be going next. Maybe. We'll see. But that ends the Knight's turn. Okay, next up, we are going to, I think, go with the Enchanter again. I think what we'll do with the Enchanter, now the Enchanter is not in bad shape or anything, just powers are not active. I think if we rest, right? If we take a rest action, let's see, do I want to do that? We could take a hide action and refresh all for fresh powers, gain 1 secrecy. We might have to do that, but it doesn't matter. We have to draw first. A Vile Beast. Ooh, if we win, we gain a spark. I think she is going to. She does have the ability to elude with 2 dice, so we're going to elude. If we win, we gain a spark, which she's good at getting anyway. But let's see. We need a 4, a 1. We did not. So she is down to a 1 grace again because of my bad dice luck. I rolled 2 1s in a row. Okay, that's fantastic. But it is her turn. I think the hiding thing might be the way to go, because she's got many powers. So she's going to hide this turn. That'll put her secrecy up to 4 and get all of her powers up and running. So now she's got all of her powers back, which is good. And she still has her wand of contagion, but it's not really that good for her. That is the end of her turn. Next up, I think we're going to go with the Exorcist. Let's draw the event card for the Exorcist. Okay, add a marker to a current quest if there is no current quest in play. Oh, that's bad. I was going to go up and try and get that one up there, but now we're probably not going to have time. It's only got 2. It's got 4 marks against it already. 1, 2, 3, 4. So only 2 turns left before it's gone. That's not great. Okay, but the Exorcist gets to go now, and I think I can do this one. This could be pretty effective right now. As an action, 1 hero at your location gains 2 secrecy up to 7. We can do that with the enchanter, who's at a 4 right now. And then everybody, it says, then all heroes at the location who have less secrecy than that hero gain 1. That might be the way to go, even though I was thinking of trying to do this battle site again, because we've got to get these clues up. And I mean, the best thing we could do is roll a 6. We'll get a search and a clue, but he's not the best at searching. I think we'll stave off on that and keep the enchanter there one more turn. But we're going to do this. He's going to use his cloister ability. So one hero at your location, that's going to be the enchanter, is going to gain 2 secrecy. Again, that can go up to 7, so she's going to go up to 6. And everybody else will gain 1. That puts the Paragon at 5, the Knight at 4, and the Exorcist back up to 2. I notice we haven't been dealing with this flux cage. It's kind of like we have to go through some maintenance turns because my rolls are so bad, right? But anyway, that's the end of his turn. And we're going to be spending one more turn here, unfortunately. But let's draw our next event for the Paragon. Rescue. Okay, if we win, we gain a grace. If we fail, our darkness track goes up. An ashen face looks up helplessly as the creature prepares to strike. You have only moments to intervene. I think we will, we'll use the tactic of, no, I don't want to use that. I think we're just going to have to roll a die and see. I think we're going to loot it. And if we win, we gain a grace. If we fail, though, that's bad. But a 3, of course we failed it by 1. God. All right, well, that puts us up to a 14 on the darkness track. We're going all the wrong directions. The reason I did that is because I didn't want to get rid of the Aura of Fortitude. The reason I didn't want to get rid of the Aura of Fortitude, which my Rebuke ability would allow us to roll 2 dice. If you have an active Aura, you get to roll 3 more, but you have to deactivate the Aura. I didn't want to do that. I want to use this. Gain 2 grace, which will, I think he's in, see, maybe this isn't the right, maybe I should have done that. Because he's already at his maximum, but I was going to get everybody else up some. If you have any active auras, you must deactivate. It says up to default, so he can't gain anymore, but everybody else would gain a grace. Including you, gain 1 grace. So he can't, and that says up to default again, so he can't get that. But I think he's going to do it anyway, because that'll put the Enchanter back up to 2, the Knight back up to 2, and the Exorcist back up to 3. And that is unfortunately the end of his turn. So sadly, we go to the Necromancer's turn. We're up to 15 already. That is terrible. We're going to lose this. I'm pretty confident we're going to lose this. Next thing we do is we put one more track on here. That's bad. I could have gotten the darkness track down there, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get there again. And of course, the Aura of Fortitude is deactivated now. So we don't have that Aura of Fortitude on the flux cage again. And then, but we're probably going to destroy it next turn. So then the Necromancer will move. I think the Necromancer will be coming toward us. Probably put a 4th Blight in the swamps. Well, they're equal distance, so I can send him to the village. Let's see what he rolls first. He rolls a 1 again. Are you kidding me? Where does the 1 take us? Oh, gosh. I'm not controlling this board at all because of my dice rolls. Okay, so, because if I had rolled anything else practically, except for, well, 2 or more, I would have been able to guide him into the village. But no such luck. So the swamps are going to get a taint. Well, that can't, taints can't be good, right? They're not good in any circumstance. So cannot gain grace while you're in that. And here's it looks like a sickly town visage there. But we cannot gain any grace while we're in the swamps. And that puts a 4th Blight there. That is awful. Oh man, that is just terrible. So but that's the end of our turn, and that's going to be the end of this episode. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I hope you're enjoying this playthrough, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care.